Hey, what's up, guys? Barry B. Benson 2 here, back again with another power scaling tier list. Today we're doing the Plants vs. Zombies universe. This was a request by T. Creed. So, yeah. Now, for this video, I'm only doing plants and zombies from the first game. And whenever I say that, I don't mean I'm only taking into account the first game. I just mean I'm only taking the characters who appear in that game, in the first one. Because that's way easier, because there's like a million fucking plants in like PvZ2, and way too much work. It would be too long, that kind of thing. And the first game's the best one, at least out of the tower defense games. Garden Warfare 2 is the best game in the whole series. Anyways, I got one list for the plants, and then we'll do a list for the zombies. That being said, I'll just go through the tiers real quick. Universal level, these guys are fucking strong enough potentially to destroy universes and do shit equivalent to that. They're pretty powerful. Country level, these guys are strong enough to potentially destroy countries, do shit on that level. City block level, these guys are strong enough to cause destruction within the range of a block, and building level, strong enough to destroy buildings and shit. Wall level, strong enough to destroy walls, break through concrete, wood, steel. This is like the first tier beyond the limits of real life humans. And then preteen level, and pretty much all the levels below building level will just be here, Just in general, just average humans pretty much for this tier. I just called it preteen level because pretty much any plant that isn't wall level is just below the strength of an average real life person. So, with that being said, let's get it started. So, starting off is Pea Shooter. This time, unlike the Breaking Bad list, I put them in order so that I wasn't looking around for guys for like half the video. So, anyways, first is Pea Shooter. Now, one thing I want to get out of the way is that most of the playable Garden Warfare characters should all scale to each other. I say most because there are a few outliers. For example, I'll bring this up now. I don't think Pea Shooter scales to, say, Plasma Pea, but still. Pea Shooter should scale to most Garden Warfare characters, and I do think that means he scales to Super Brains, which should make him country level, as Super Brains in a Garden Warfare 2 trailer punched Super Bean hard enough to not only make him fly from the moon to Earth, but whenever he hit the Earth, he caused an explosion strong enough to at least affect the entirety of, I think it was either America or South America. Either way, that's country level. And I'm pretty sure Pea Shooter should scale to Super Brains. Next is Sunflower. Sunflower universal level. Now, the reason why is because in Garden Warfare 2, one of her abilities, I think it's called Solar Flare Beam, the description states that it's, quote, the ultimate power in the universe or something like that, which doesn't necessarily mean that it's, say, like the strongest ability or whatever, but it does mean that she's very powerful, and I would say this at least means that she's above most of the lower Garden Warfare playable characters. I would say that Sunflower, with this power, might even scale to Plasma Pea, which is why I put her in Universal. Next is Cherry Bomb, City Block level. Pretty simple. His explosion is just like in that area, per se. That's really all I gotta say about him, though. Like, I don't really get anything else. Next is Walnut. Now, if Walnut was just a wall, he would be preteen level. That's what I was thinking. But then I remembered Walnut Bowling, in which Walnut is strong enough to one-shot browncoat zombies, regular zombies. So I say that boosts him up to wall level. Next up is Potato Mine. Potato Mine is pretty much in the same area as Cherry Bomb, because, explosions. Pretty much all the, insta-kill, one-use plants are around at least city block level. So yeah. Next is Snowpea. Snowpea's not only playable in Garden Warfare, but it's just a pea shooter, but better. So should upscale pea shooter or be on the same level. Next is Chomper. He's playable in Garden Warfare, so I do think pea shooter's stronger than him though, because Chomper is pretty fucking ass. Anyways, next is Repeater. Repeater's just pea shooter, but stronger, so he would upscale. I think he also upscales Snowpea, just overall better. But these three are pretty much just all on the same level. So, yeah. Next is Puff Shroom. Puff Shroom should be lowest tier wall level. It is strong enough to kill regular zombies, but it is easily the weakest attacking plant in the game. In the first game, at least. So, yeah. Next is Sunshroom. It doesn't attack in any of the games, as far as I remember. It just sits there and makes sun. Preteen level. Next is Fume Shroom. Fume Shroom should be wall level. I put him above Walnut. Because although Walnut one-shot zombies, I think, what's his name? Fume Shroom, he is able to kill multiple zombies at once with his Fume Blast, which you could argue might boost him up to building level. I'm a bit iffy, either way, but I think peak wall level, at least, and more likely than not building level, You guys can talk about that in the comments. Next is Gravebuster. Gravebuster, I was originally going to put in preteen level because he doesn't attack zombies, but then I remembered he destroys graves. He's strong enough to break and destroy stone, and as you can tell in the game, it's not like he's, what's it called? Just like pushing it underground or something. He is crumbling and cracking the stone. So that should make him at least wall level. I'll put him like here. Actually, here. Because most plants can already do that based on versus mode in the Plants vs. Zombies console versions. But I would still say he upscales Puff Shroom because Puff Shroom's just the weakest of all the attacking plants. Next is Scaredy Shroom. He's just Puff Shroom, but with long range. That's like it. I have nothing else to say about him. Next is Hypno Shroom. Now, Hypno Shroom should be low tier wall level physically, probably around these guys. Because in Garden Warfare, he is an enemy and he kicks, I think. He does these twirl kicks. Which is that's cool and all. But that's not really that good. At least compared to these guys. However, if we were to say, take into account whenever he hypnotizes, say, a zombie or something, the best zombie we've ever seen him hypnotize is in Plants vs. Zombies 2. His plant food allows him to turn any zombie that eats him into a gargantuar. So therefore, he would be gargantuar level. So he should be either city block to low tier country level. We'll go city block for now because we'll get into it later. You'll see what I mean. Next is Ice Shroom. Ice Shroom is building level. In the game, he his ice range, I guess you would call it, can affect the whole lawn, and he can freeze people in solid ice, in ice blocks. And freezing someone completely is already a small building level feat, being able to do that. And the fact that he can do it to multiple guys at once should make him building to large building level. Next up is Doomshroom. Doomshroom is fucking country level. I would even put him above all of these guys just because his attack is just like based on its look and the way it's displayed in game, I think he's supposed to be stronger than at least these guys. I don't think he is up here in universal level, but still. The main reason why is because he already upscales all of these explosion guys because his range is the same as fucking ice shrooms, so the whole lawn. And in PvZ Heroes, he is capable of killing literally any zombie card, no matter what. One tapping them. I think he can do multiple at once too. So that should easily make him country level. Next is Lily Pad. It does nothing. I put a Sunshroom above him because he's stuck in the water. But yeah. Next is Squash. Squash is wall level. Pretty much same reason as Walnut. He can one-tap zombies. If anything, though, I would say he's actually above Fume Shroom because he can one-tap pretty much any zombie except for, like, Gargs and shit. Whereas Fume Shroom, he can kill multiple at once but not one-tap them. And Walnut, he can only one-tap regular zombies. Now that I think about Walnut should be above Fume Shroom. Sorry, Fume Shroom fans, but he's just kind of ass. Next is Three Peter. He's just Pea Shooter. He does not upscale in my opinion because his P's go in different lanes, but still. Next is Tangle Kelp. Tangle Kelp is strong enough to... He doesn't one-tap zombies because he doesn't, like Squash, he jumps on them and they're dead. Walnut, he runs into them and they're dead. The Tangle Kelp drags them underwater and I think drowns them? Do zombies need to breathe? I don't know. But either way, he's definitely not in one-tap tier, but he should at least be around here. He's not equivalent to these two, I would say, but he's definitely above, like, Fume Shroom and stuff, because he can easily overpower and kill zombies effortlessly. Next is Jalapeno. City Block, I would say around above these guys. Because he does the whole column. These two only do, like, smaller areas, at least compared to his whole column. Next is Spikeweed. Spikeweed is an interesting case. Now, most vehicles are around street level. Some stronger vehicles in real life should be wall level. But zombies in Plants vs. Zombies don't use any strong vehicles. And in the game, he is strong enough to make Zambonis blow up. I think he can also do that to the Catapult Zombie's car. And both of those vehicles should be around street level. So, yeah. Now, here's the thing. He also dies whenever he does that. So, I would say he's like here. Because he can pretty much... Because these guys can also destroy those vehicles without fucking dying while they do it. So, yeah. Next is Torchwood. So, Torchwood is a weird case. To put it simply, you might think he would be ass, because in the first game, he just kind of sits there and, you know, they shoot peas through him and shit. But some of you might not know this, but he's actually playable in Garden Warfare 2. You gotta do a bunch of, like, shit to unlock him, but that's irrelevant. What's relevant is that he scales to Garden Warfare 2 shit. And he is one of the strongest characters in the game, narratively speaking. So he should be country level at least. He is not only a playable character, but he's also a boss. So I would say he upscales all of these guys, maybe even Doomshroom. I don't know about Sunflower, though. But, you know. You guys can talk about that one in the comments. Next is Tallnut. Tallnut himself has no feats, so preteen level. But considering the fact he's just Walnut, but better, I would assume he would at least upscale Walnut, or they would scale to each other. Sea Shroom is just Puff Shroom, but in the water. Put Puff Shroom above him, though, because he's stuck in the water. Next is Planturn. He is a Lantern. As far as I know, he doesn't appear in any games outside of the first game, and all he does is make light. He literally just acts like a real life lantern. Fucking preteen level. He goes above these two though, because he's bigger. Next is Cactus, playable in Garden Warfare. Fuck. Put him above Chomper because Chomper's ass. Next is Blover. Now, Blover, he's strong enough to create winds that are able to not only blow away balloon zombies, but also blow a bunch of fog away, which is impressive, I guess. For, like, real life it is, but this is only really gonna get him, like, low tier wall level. I'll put him above these guys, though, but he's not, like, breaking stone or anything, so, he's just blowing shit away, but I'll admit, there's must be some strong winds if he's not only blowing away balloon zombies, but also a bunch of fog. Foghorn? Just Pea Shooter. He should be around here, even though he's, like, fucking deformed. Next is Starfruit. He's just, like, a generic attacking plant. I'll give him, like, here, because he's better than Fume Shroom, at least. Maybe not, actually. But yeah, right here seems good for him. Next is Pumpkin. He has no feats. He has durability. He can tank attacks from zombies. So, that's the only reason why he gets up here. I think he's got more health than Walnut. I might be wrong on that. But, yeah, he has no physical feats, but he can take decent damage from zombies, so he should be at least wall level. Next is Magnet Shroom. Magnet Shroom's plant food in PvZ2 allows him to throw buckets and other like metal materials at zombies. And whenever he does this, he throws them hard enough to one-tap regular zombies. So that should put him on par with freaking Walnut. I put Walnut above him though because Walnut's doing it like striking strength. He's doing it through lifting strength. And I think striking strength is more important. Next is what's his name? Cabbage Pult. Cabbage Pult's just like a catapult. In PvZ2 though, his plant food ability allows him to shoot out these big cabbages that are strong enough to one-tap regular zombies. So, that should put him around these guys. I put him above these two, though, because he is just better. Plant Pot, it's just a pot. Goes above the Lily Pad because it's not stuck in the water. Next, Kernel Pult. Kernel Pult and Cabbage Pult don't scale to each other in my opinion because Kernel Pult's just weaker all around. He does way less damage. And he does have a similar attack, plant food, I mean, in PvZ 2, where he shoots out a bunch of butter. But his doesn't one-tap zombies. And before anyone brings it up, I don't think Kettle Corn and Kernel Pult are the same character. So don't even give me that. So because of that, Kernel Pult, he's gonna go like here. He just sits there and gets bitten and makes zombies change lanes. I don't even think he scales to these guys because he easily has the lowest health out of all of them. I'll give him street level at best. Coffee Bean. All he does is wake people up. That's... no. No. Next is the Umbrella Leaf. Umbrella Leaf is strong enough to bounce bungee zombies and basketballs away from him. and he can cover a decent area. So I would put him like, shoot, like here. I think he's upscales Blover, but they're pretty much equal because they're both able to push zombies away per se. But he does it through physical attacks. Blover does it through hacks. So you know. Next is Marigold. Uh, it makes money. And no, I'm not taking into account the golden sunflower thing from Garden Warfare 2. They aren't the same character. Uh, so trash. I think that's a good spot for him. Next is Melon Polt. He should at least upscale Cabbage Polt because he does the most damage out of all the Polts. So yeah. Uh, hold on. Now that I think about it, these guys should be up here. Yeah, that looks good. Next, you just these guys, but better. He's even an ability in Garden Warfare 2. So yeah. Twin Sunflower, it's just two sunflowers. I know it doesn't really do anything, but it's the same species and it's just two sunflowers, so you know, universal. Glim Shrimp, he just shoots out. He's just got more holes. Okay, that's kind of weird, but yeah, they should scale. Cattail, it is strong enough to pop balloons in one hit, and it can kill zombies, but it's not like it's one tapping or anything. I'll put it above Colonel Polt, but I think they do a very similar amount of damage, so they should scale to each other. Next is Spike Rock. He's Spike Weed, but better, because he doesn't fucking die whenever he destroys vehicles. So I actually think he should be like here, because like these guys are just pretty weak damagers, and he does a decent amount of damage, and he can take a lot of punishment. Magnet Gold, it just magnetizes like money and shit. It does not scale to Magnet Shroom because he can't pick up buckets and stuff to throw them. So, ass is what I'm hearing. Put him above these guys there because he's bigger. He should at least scale. They're just the same. Cob Cannon, he makes explosions. Easily the best explosions of them all. If I remember correctly, he can't actually one-tap Gargantuars in the first game. So, you know. Imitator. He is just every single plant. He has all of these guys' abilities. He can turn into any of them at any time if he wants to. So, by default, he should upscale everyone. So, universal. He does the same explosions as Cherry Bomb, so they should scale to each other. Big Nut. He can one-tap pretty much any zombies in the, in Walnut Bowling 2. I don't think there's, like, that crazy of zombies, but I think that should at least put him above all of these guys, actually probably in building tier, just by size alone. So, yeah. As for these guys, this is just a backwards repeater, so, you know. That's not a living plant. And these two are actually unused characters, so, you know. Now let's just go over to the zombie list. And we're back. Here's the zombie list. It should go a lot faster. I got rid of some of the tiers because unlike the plants, the zombies aren't very varied in their strength levels. They're all pretty equal. At least the ones in the first game. So, yeah. Now, let's start off with the regular zombie. Regular zombie should be wall level. This is the baseline for pretty much all the zombies. In the PvZ comics, they are strong enough to break through walls, and they do a decent job at overpowering the plants. Admittedly, most of the plants don't have that good physical strength stats, so that's not all that impressive. But still. Next is Flag Zombie. He's just the regular zombie, but faster. Conehead Zombie. Just a regular zombie, but more durable. You're going to start noticing a pattern. Pool Vaulter, faster, and can jump over stuff. I think Conehead goes above him because durability. Buckethead, just more durable. Newspaper, he's got more durability and speed. I think Pool Vaulter goes above him, though, because I think he's faster in the game. Screen Door, just more durability. He's below these two, though, because he's kind of weak. He's got exploitable weaknesses. All right, now we get into some more interesting category. More interesting guys, I mean. Football player, aka All-Star. Now, the football player zombie is a playable character in the Garden Warfare games, so this should make him country level as he should scale to Super Brains. So, yeah. Next is Disco Zombie. He should also be country level, at least. He might even upscale to football player because Disco is a boss character in Garden Warfare, so he is on a he should be on a similar strength level to the mainline Garden Warfare plants and zombies. If anything stronger, I don't think above country level, but still, because it takes multiple of these country level plants and zombies to take him out. So yeah. There's backup dancers. They're just regular guys, but they dance sometimes. Duck tube zombies, they're just regular guys, but in the pool. Snorkelers, just in the pool. Next is Zamboni. Now, the Zamboni zombie has some more durability, and he drives a Zamboni, obviously. So I would say he's top dog right now. Obviously, still wall level. However, the Zamboni, although Zambonis in real life, as far as I know, are only street level, that still doesn't change the fact that he should have these wall level physicals. He should at least scale to the regular zombie, along with having this vehicle and the extra durability. So, that's why I give him wall level. Next is the bobsled team. A singular bobsled zombie is just a regular zombie. I know he's got the bobsled, but fucking bobsleds in real life, I think, are only like athlete to street level. I don't know. But I don't really care. I don't think he would scale to Zamboni. So, maybe like here with the bobsled. Because he doesn't have extra durability or anything. Next is a dolphin rider zombie. Dolphins in real life, I think, are athlete level. I might be wrong, though. I will have to do... If I'm wrong, I'll leave it in the comments. But other than that, he's just a regular-ass zombie. So, like here. Actually, no. Below Pool Vaulter. Alright. Next is the Jack-in-the-Box zombie. The Jack-in-the-Box zombie's explosion is literally the same radius as a cherry bomb. So I would say they're on the same level. They should scale to each other. So City Block. He's just a regular zombie, but he flies. Actually, no. Fucking right here, because he can't even swim, bro. Next is Digger Zombie. Okay. I gotta be careful talking about him. This guy, he's pretty strong for a zombie, if you ask me. He's not only got some extra durability, but he's also got a pickaxe. And most real life pickaxes should be wall level, as they are capable of breaking through stone. So I would say that gets him up here. I do not think, though, like that would be comparable to a vehicle. And he definitely doesn't have the same. I think the Zamboni zombie has more health than him, so higher durability. He's just annoying as fuck. That looks about good. Next is the Yeti zombie. Yeti zombie is also a boss in the Garden Warfare games. I will put him above Disco because although they're both pretty much equal because they're both boss characters, um, both of them don't really show any physical stats um, all that often. However, Yeti Zombie in the first game can kill plants way faster than Disco, and he's also bigger. I think he's taller, and he's obviously heavier, so he should be physically stronger. Next is Bungee Zombie. Uh, he's just a normal zombie, pretty much, but he grabs. He does got decent lifting strength, so I'll give him that, but I don't think he gets that high up. Ladder Zombie. Ladder Zombie's kind of interesting. Now, he might just be a normal zombie, but fast and with a ladder, but he's also got a hammer. And hammers should be around street level. So I think the fact that he's got a little weapon should definitely put him above at least all of these guys. Maybe even. Shoot, wrong guy. Crap. Maybe even like here. Let me let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of a ladder zombie. Next is Catapult. Catapult is just better than Zamboni. He's got a vehicle, but I'm pretty sure Zambonis aren't as strong in real life as like cars. And I know that's not like doesn't look like a car, but you know. It seems like it's got better speed. It does move faster in the game than the Zamboni. So I would think it would be able to build up more speed, therefore allowing it to do more damage if it were to collide with something. He's also got the catapults, you know, the range. And he's shooting fucking basketballs, bro. Like, that shit hurts. So, yeah. Next is Garg. Now, Garg's easy country level. Easy. I'll put it pretty simple. Gargantuars are bosses in the Garden Warfare games. So he should at least scale to all of these guys. And he is clearly bigger. He's much stronger than all the other zombies. He's like the big bad powerful guy, you know? All the fictional armies have one. So you know. Next is Imp. He is just the weakest of all the zombies. Now, I'm strictly talking this imp, as these imps and the ones that are playable in Garden Warfare are different. I just want to get that out of the way. So we're not talking about Garden Warfare imp here. Now, this imp is, he's just weak. You know, he's got low durability. I think he does the least amount of damage out of any, least health, you know. So yeah, he's still at least wall level though, as I do think in the comics, imps are part of the group of zombies that are shown breaking through walls. So yeah. Next is Zomboss. Now, physically speaking, Zomboss, as shown in the comics, is equivalent to regular zombies. So wall level. However, thanks to his tech, this motherfucker going up to universal level. Now, the two big ones that I want to bring up are Moonbase Z and its time travel technology. In Garden Warfare 2, in the level Moonbase Z, if the zombies win, I think, it's shown that there's a big-ass magnet on the base, and that magnet is strong enough to, I think it's either pull the Earth out of the sun's orbit or push the moon out of Earth's orbit, which is pretty fucking good. And I know I got my shit mixed up, and that's a big difference because it's either a planet or moon level feat. But still, either way, that's pretty good. And that's not even the best thing he has. In PvZ2, Zomboss states that him and Dave recklessly time traveling all over the place has resulted in the universe literally starting to destroy itself. So if Zomboss were to just time travel recklessly a bunch, like how he does in PvZ2, the universe would just start destroying itself, so therefore, universal level. Next up, we got the Zombotany zombies. Now, these guys should at least scale to their plant counterparts, as they have all the powers and stuff, plus some zombie limbs and shit. So we'll just get that out of the way. Pea shooter zombie up here. Now, I will say that it probably they probably for example the Pea Shooter Zombie probably downscales from football player because less durability and like they have the same like body stats as like a regular zombie, you know. Walnut Zombie has the same health as a Buckethead and he can't roll himself, so you know. Same for this guy, but he's got more health, just better. We already talked about that. Actually, he's got more range, so yeah. He can one tap pretty much anyone, so you know. Uh, Garbage Can Zombie. He's just a normal zombie, but slow as shit. Actually, even below these guys. Not Imp though. Next is Target Zombie. He just sits there and holds a target. He doesn't even walk or anything. He's just kind of an idiot. Like, why would he just stand there? What the hell? Now we got the Gigas. Yo, chill. The Giga characters is what I meant. Um, Giga Football Zombie is just Football Zombie, but with way more health, higher durability. So, you know. And Giga Gargantuar, he's just Gargantuar, but with more health, higher durability. In the Garden Warfare games, he's even a boss character. So, you know. Now, that's been the PvZ Universe tier list. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. I'm very interested to see some of your guys' opinions because this one I'm a bit more iffy on. Whereas with the last two, I was pretty firm on my stances about like where the characters are. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.